I have to tell you, it makes me incredibly happy that we are back in Oscar season. It's the greatest time of the year. So Hacksaw Ridge is the newest movie directed by Mel Gibson, and no matter how you feel about Mel Gibson in real life, there's no denying that the man can make an excellent movie. Everything from Braveheart, Apocalypto, The Passion of the Christ, and now Hacksaw Ridge, Mel Gibson is a top-notch director. Hacksaw Ridge is the true story about Desmond Doss, who enlists into World War II, but because of his religious beliefs, he doesn't want to touch any weapons or pick up a gun. He just wants to be a medic and save lives. This causes some problems within the structure of the military, but they eventually do let him go into battle without any weapons, and we see how he's able to save all these lives without firing any shots. I have to tell you, this movie is incredible. It is one of my favorites of the year so far. It will definitely be in my top 10, probably my top 5 by the end of the year. I highly recommend everyone goes to go check it out. One of the reasons that this movie works so well is because of the performances of all the actors. Andrew Garfield as the main character of Desmond Doss is incredible. I thought that his accent was going to throw me off a little bit from the trailers, but 5 minutes into the movie, I was okay with it. I didn't care anymore. He was this character. Teresa Palmer as his wife Dorothy, she really gives a standout performance as well. I haven't seen her in a ton of stuff, but I really liked her in this film. I know Hugo Weaving from a bunch of other movies, and I don't think I've seen him give a performance quite like this in this movie. It is phenomenal. Even Sam Worthington and Vince Vaughn really gave great performances. I love when someone who's more known for comedy like Vince Vaughn goes back to their dramatic roots and they're able to really dig deep into a character like this. I've seen a lot of other critics talking about this movie about how it's like, oh, it's this man who wants peace, but like they're glorifying war by all the gore and violence of the movie. And there is a lot of gore and violence in this movie, but I don't see it that way at all. I see it as they're showing us the brutality of war, how awful it really is. And that gives us all the more reason to understand why he doesn't want to pick up any weapons, why he doesn't want to hurt anyone, to kill anyone. He just wants to save lives because of how brutal the war is. Things from his childhood with his father and his brother really play into him as an adult of why he's such a pacifist, why his beliefs are so strong. And because of all these things going on around him, you can really feel why he's feeling that way. And I think that adds more to Andrew Garfield's performance and to the movie as a whole. I don't have a lot of negatives with this movie. It's pretty amazing. It's fantastic. The only things that I could say as far as negatives are there are a couple of cliched moments like your classic war time, someone gets shell-shocked and the sound is going on around them and you're watching everything in slow motion from their perspective as they're slowly coming back into coherence. Moments like that are pretty color by numbers for war movies. I didn't really need to see it, but it's in there, it's fine, whatever. And also at the end of the movie, we don't really get to see him go home. We see him at the end of the war, and he's about to go home, and then the movie ends, and they give us some text about his life after he goes home and how he continues on. I wish we could have seen some of that with the actors, of him being reunited with his wife. We didn't get a moment like that, and I kind of wish that we would have. Other than those couple little things, this movie is incredible. I highly recommend checking it out. Don't be surprised if come Oscar season it gets a ton of nominations. Thanks for checking out my review of Hacksaw Ridge. Be sure to let me know what you thought about the movie and what you thought of this review. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Check out my other reviews, and we'll see you later.